It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we're going to beer from Three Sons Brewing Company and the Brewery in America. This is their Bling Sicle. It's a Gose style ale with pineapple, blood orange and fleur de cis. 1 pint, 5.7% ABV. 1 pint, so that's going to be about a 440 milliliter can. I reckon it's about a 440 for us, or maybe 568 milliliters. Yeah, 568 milliliters. So without further ado, there, I'm really excited to get this out because I've never had a Three Sons Brewing Company beer. I've had some brewery beer, but not for a long time. I'm really pleased to get this out into a glass and see what we get. And I like a Gose. It was imported by Beer Bruvs. We'll get into it in a moment, Beer Bruvs. But, oh, look at this! Look at that! Wow! Proper. Look, look at the colour. Look at the colour on that one finger. Slightly off-white head. Wow. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Some of you regular viewers, you might be looking at this and looking at me and then looking at the beer again and then looking at me and then looking at the beer again and going, not sure if you're going to like this one. You know, it's a Gose. It's a Gose. So, I mean, look, you can see, look at the edge of the glass. Look at the edge of the glass. You can see the fruit stuck to the edge of the glass. It's just bonkers. Absolutely bonkers. It looks like sunshine in a glass. It looks like orange juice, doesn't it? Wow. That is some bright, hazy, juice-looking beer. Let's get the aroma. Ooh. You get a little bit of the saltiness in the aroma for the Gose. And that's enough for me. That's acceptable. That's enough to say it's a Gose style beer. Yes, it's very fruity, but it's a Gose style beer. Loads of fruit, loads of blood orange. One of my favourite sayings, blood orange, and we got a beer with it in. It's a bit minty as well, strangely like a minty aroma. Bling Sicle, Bling Sicle, pineapple, blood orange, and fleur de cis. I don't know what fleur de cis is. I don't know. Let's dive in anyway. Cheers. Oh. Oh, ho, ho, ho. That is brilliant. That is brilliant. Stone the Crows. Stone the Crows. What a fantastic, fantastic beer. I was thinking this may not be as close to a beer as my liking, but do you know what? It is. It is. You get that saltiness from the Gose all the way through the beer. You get that kind of wonderful, kind of slightly kind of sourness coming through as well, which suggests it's a beer. It's a beer. I had a beer recently from Staggeringly Good, and it was like a blueberry explosion, it was called, and it was just like fruit juice. It was just like blueberry fruit juice, and I just didn't understand what it was, didn't understand what it was trying to be. It didn't pin itself to a certain style of beer. In fact, it didn't even pin itself to being a beer in the first place. But this has. This has said, I am a Gose. So a Gose is if you're new to, relatively new to beer, a Gose is a German style of beer where it's in the Gose region of Germany. In the Gose region of Germany, where they used the brewing water from hundreds of years ago, it had a slightly kind of salty, naturally salty spring. So the beers had a naturally kind of saltiness to them, a natural kind of salty, and then they kind of messed about with it, and to the point today where, I mean, this style of beer nearly disappeared. The Gose style of beer very, very nearly disappeared from everything forever. It just nearly went away. And then in the craft beer revolution, I mean, it's just come back massively, massively, to the point where you've got these great American brewers now brewing beers like this with loads of fruit in. We haven't even touched on the fruit yet. We've just touched on the saltiness and the sourness. Loads of blood orange, loads of pineapple. Oh, it's really good. I don't know what the fleur de sel. Can you comment in the comments box? Let me know what the fleur de sel is. I want to touch on beer brewers. Now, beer brewers. If it wasn't for beer brewers, we wouldn't be drinking this beer. We wouldn't even know this beer existed. We wouldn't even know that Three Sons existed. And that's not because I'm an ignorant person. That's because there's so many breweries now in the world that it's impossible to keep up with every single one. This brewery being from America. So what beer brewers have done, and I think it's really clever, is that they've teamed up with kind of like small American craft brewers to import the smaller stuff to the UK that you may never have heard of. And I just think that's perfect, absolutely perfect. Because I want to try as many different kind of breweries from America as I possibly can. I tell you one thing that's happened since I started reviewing beer from beer brewers. Of course, kindly sent to me. It's not a sponsored video. They just sent me some beer and I'm giving them a shout out. I'm talking about their business a little bit. I tell you what's happened since beer brewers started sending me beer. Because these breweries are smaller in America, I've noticed that people are tweeting my videos. The breweries are tweeting my videos out there. They're sticking it on Facebook. They're like, look at this guy in the UK. He's managed to get our beer and he's reviewing it over there in the UK and he's loving it. And that's what happens when you, no disrespect, but these people are really busy. If you review a Founders or a Stone or a Sierra Nevada, you're not going to get any of that. Not because these breweries are rude, just because they're really busy. Just because they're really busy people. But the smaller brewers, they'll probably got a little bit more time for you. A little bit more time for you. And I like that. I like that social interaction. So brilliant. Bling Sicle. From Three Sons Brewing Company and the Brewery. Let's rate it. Looks good. Look at the fruit on the glass. Look at the fruit on the glass. Smells good. Tastes wonderful. I'm going to rate it. Yes, I was skeptical in the beginning. That's because I feel that not enough of these like really fruit-filled, hazy looking beers have pinned themselves to a style, and then everything becomes a bit shady. You don't know whether it's a beer, a fruit wine, you know, what is this, what is this? And the fact that they've called it a Gose, the fact that it smells and tastes like a Gose, is fine. The fact that there's loads of fruit addition is still fine. But it's still holding on to the fundamentals that it's a Gose style beer. And I really, really, really respect that from the brewers. They haven't gone too far over that way, where people are scratching their heads going, what even is this? You know, it's great that you can say, yes, it's a Gose. My rating, I've thoroughly enjoyed this. It's a 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.